The Chamber of Commerce found in its most recent business performance survey a continued improvement of Saint Lucia's business community. The executive director of the Chamber of Commerce, Brian Louisi, said that this has been the general trend not only for the private sector but the economy for the past 2 years, springing from the adverse impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic.
As you know, the Chamber of Commerce regularly does its own business performance survey that has, over the last year, shown that businesses are seeing improved performance year on year, quarter on quarter. Many of the key variables that a business looks to, particularly sales and profitability, cash flow, this has generally been positive. And so we think that the economy is on a positive trajectory over the last couple of years.
Louisi says that Saint Lucia is highly dependent on trade and therefore very vulnerable to the crippling trade policies being threatened by the wider world and to the shocks resulting from climate change and wars in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. He hopes that the government will put policies in place to protect the local business community from these external threats and expeditiously operationalize infrastructure to increase productivity.
We look forward with great anticipation to the budget statement and the budget presentation, which, as we understand it, should be taking place next week, and also the release of the Economic and Social Review, which will give a clearer picture and more details as to the government's policy and where it sees it will take the economy, and therefore the business community will be in a better position to gauge from that as to where we're going. So we look forward to the budget statement and the policy statement from the government. The Chamber remains concerned that critical infrastructure is operational and is efficient, particularly the seaport, which is a very critical factor. We look forward to seeing improvements to infrastructure, the roads, traffic movement, traffic flow, which impinges on economic growth and on productivity and efficiency.
The Chamber of Commerce has been in dialogue with the Caribbean Private Sector Organization to unify the response to the tariff threats and other international and regional trade policies.
We've mentioned the fact that there are other issues related to the United States Trade Representative and the China ship policy, which throws a lot of dust in the air and makes it very unstable or unpredictable. So it's a very unpredictable environment that we're going into, and our best prediction is, our best hope is that we manage that which we control well, and that we remain fleet-footed and nimble so we can pivot where the need arises.
The consideration has been given to diversifying Saint Lucia's supply chain by sourcing goods and services from Latin America. The private sector is hoping to revive underutilized trade agreements of the past in the hopes of protecting the post-pandemic economic progress and securing some stability for future growth. For Choice News Now, I'm Cianna Dalsan.